Yo guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be talking about Hurricane Ida, which is now a major hurricane with winds of 150 miles per hour and a minimum central pressure of I think 936 millibars. I still have this as It's 155. I think this was a category 5 earlier on today. But, it was so close of reaching category 5 status. But, we also got Nora anyway. Nora is, got some parts of hurricane watches in effect for coast of Mexico, all along this border here. You do experience some tropical storm force winds here, but then as it goes into Arizona, even though you might be thinking, oh, it's only a tropical depression, you can still cause some very heavy rainfall as it tracks on towards the west. This is not our main focus right now, actually. This did make landfall yesterday, and it's still overland as a hurricane for some reason. And oh yeah, Julian formed with winds of 50 miles per hour, and it's meant to move towards the north and actually dissipate, because if you follow this black and white line here, that's what it's meant to do. But it could hit the UK and do this and hit the UK. Or it could just do this. But that won't happen. We got tropical depression number 10, which actually, if it gets itself organized, it should become a tropical storm by 8 AM tomorrow, Eastern Daylight Time. So, and in 3 days' time, by Thursday and Friday, it'll be up here, moving up towards the north. It'll be moving into the Gulf Stream at this point. When it gets up here, the Gulf Stream is here. So, as soon as it gets up to here, it could still intensify until it moves out of the Gulf Stream, and then, weaken. Plus, wind shear is strong up here as well. To do indicate some wind shear here. But, all in the Caribbean, and all that are active and all that. Actually, we've got a tropical wave that's coming off the coast of Africa, which kind of looks really good. As you can see, you got the center circulation right here. You got all that convection wrapping around that system. It's kind of looking quite cool. And then obviously at the back here, you got another system. A tropical wave is located to emerge off the coast of West Africa by Tuesday. Environmental conditions appear conducive for development for once the wave moves offshore, and a tropical depression is likely to form towards the end of next week, while the system moves west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour of the eastern Atlantic. And they're giving it 20% chance of formation in the next. They're giving it 20% chance in the next 2 days, and they are giving it a whopping 80% chance in the next 5 days. So, this system could, cause some localized heavy rainfall for some parts of the Cabo Verde Islands. But our main threat right now, we've also got another system out here as well, which kind of doesn't look as good. So anyway, our main threat is Ida. This is only going to be about a 10 to 15 minute video. So, Ida has made landfall as a pressure of 930 millibars and 150 miles per hour. So, yeah. They've still got it as 933 here on the NHC. So, do expect some localized heavy rainfall and flooding. This storm is meant to be weakening rapidly because it has made landfall now. Do expect it to weaken to a hurricane in the next advisory, because 1, it's overland, and 2, it's away from its fuel source. So by the time it kind of hits Louisiana, the edge of Tennessee and northern of Mississippi onto the Louisiana border, you guys need to you guys are experience 12 to 15 feet, 8 to 12 feet, 1 to 3 feet, 3 to 5 feet. Yesterday we were only looking at 4 to 7 feet yesterday, but now look at this: 12 to 16 feet, 5 to 8 feet. So some whopping massive storm surge. This storm is not to play about with. If anyone hasn't evacuated, I'll just stay where the storm is, wait until the damage is done, and then make sure you got enough food, because because this storm has made landfall now. I hope you guys stay safe in Louisiana, Texas. No, not Texas. Louisiana, and Mississippi. Even New Orleans as well, because even though New Orleans is over here, you do know you can experience some tropical storm force winds as the center comes up like that. Now, because this storm has been moving west for the past few hours, because when it was down here, it was moving west, then it moved east, and then went north, then it moved west, like that, back again. So, yeah, and actually, when it kind of got here, it actually explosively intensified. I honestly thought that they would have found hurricane force winds. Now, I honestly would have thought they would have found the Category 5 winds, because if they found it, I would have done an update, obviously. And yeah, so anyway, by Thursday and Friday, this will be a remnant low over Kentucky, West Virginia, so all here, West Virginia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Massachusetts, North Carolina, and all that. Take the even though it'll be post-tropical at this point. You still can see some heavy rainfall from this system. And maybe a couple of gusty winds as well. So, yeah, anyway, let's move on to the models, right? The models are saying... No, I don't think the 12Z model is out for the GFS yet. But I will show you that. I will show you Hurricane Ida right now, and yes, it has made landfall. With a kind of a very good small eye, to be honest with you. Visible IR2. The eye is very small and visible. As you can see here, it's starting to close up as it was going through an eye wall replacement cycle. But you see, as you can see, the storm looks really good. You do see that, you do see a bit of shear interacting with the system now, here. Because what is shear in this bit, a little bit, I think there's a little bit of shear. I'm not quite sure. That's why it hindered the intensification rate when it moved on towards the shore. So do expect some storm surge along the coastal boundaries. It might be, doesn't mean this part of Louisiana wasn't in the cone. You were in the cone a few days ago when it was supposed to do that. But then it completely moved eastward and it went like that. So, even though the eyes of walls closed, you still experience that storm surge coming on land, and even though where the eye made landfall, you do expect the calmest of winds there, while the storm surge is wrapping around, bringing 12 to 15 feet, maybe even 16 to 15 feet. It's 24 inches of rain falling all along here of the areas. And then you got like 5 feet, 1 foot. Like 24 inches here. Where it's actually falling. Where the centre is making landfall is there. What place that's called. But yeah, this is the true season. As you can see, you can still see that anti-cyclone vorticity. As you can still see. If it was being sheared, you would know, because the eye would not be out. Because if it was being sheared, these over here, these outer bands would be moving towards the storm, and luckily this did go through an hour replacement cycle, like an hour before making landfall, which is very good, because when it was here, as you can see on the latest frames here, this is when it started its eye wall replacement cycle as it jogged north. Now, it did go like this, and then kind of moved westward and then north like that. If it carried on moving westward, it would have probably went like this. And I was thinking of a landfall spot here. So I would have thought it would have gone like that and then went into land. Or what I would have thought would have happened was like this, then that, and then move it inland like that. But what some storms do, some storms make landfall here, and then they regenerate back out in the Gulf again here. Probably have like 12 or 6 hours to intensify before making landfall again in Mississippi or Alabama. So you guys just need to stay safe from the system. Any storm surge will be high. Don't go to the beach, otherwise you'll get coastal erosion. Stay in your house, otherwise, because this has already caused, like, I think, one person life. And this is going to be causing at least 100, maybe even a bit more. Maybe $1.5 billion of damages, or maybe even more. It could be 85 million, depending on the storm surge. So the storm surge will be very heavy in this area. 1 to 3 feet in this area here. 1 to 3 feet here. 15 feet where the center made landfall. 7 to 10 feet here. 15 feet here. So that onshore flow. So you do have that onshore flow. And even though when the system pushes inland over here, those outer bands will push the water back out a little bit. So hopefully you should have a bit of relief there. Forecast models. I'll show you forecast models. There's nothing. It's only meant to be these two, maybe 3 more storms forming. And then obviously nothing forms after that. So yeah, obviously you got this storm, which is TD10. And obviously you got TD11, which is over here. Which is now Julian, actually. Which is here. It should become subtropical next advisory. And TD11 actually gets itself organised by the 2nd of September. And kind of beats a 998. But look how small the system is, though. As a 998 hurricane. And then obviously we do have a tropical wave that does come off, but it doesn't really form into something. You do have an area of vorticity in the Gulf of Mexico. But and you do have some very messy and sloppy waves in the East Pac. But yeah, nothing's really on the horizon after these waves come past. So yeah. Anyway, that was just a short video of major hurricane Ida making landfall. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below. Don't forget to share this video on social media with your family and friends. If you got family and friends in Louisiana or Mississippi or whoever, tell them not to come out until the storm actually gets up towards at least Tuesday at 7 p.m. because if they come out when the storm's still as a hurricane, they could a lot of people that can lose their lives in hurricanes. It's mostly the storm surge that does a lot of damage. She did pick up a little bit, which was good. But yeah, anyway, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, and have a great day.